Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial from Timmy the Creator. We're going to be creating a Snapchat lens of a headwear. It could be cap, it could be hat, something similar to what you can see on your screen right now. So we're going to be recreating something like that in this tutorial video. But just make sure you've installed the Snapchat Lens Studio on your system. I'll drop the link in the description box. So this is the website and this is where you can download it and install it on your system. It is free, so you don't need to worry so much. So let's go back to Marvelous Designer. Also, you can use your CLO3D, either of the two, Marvelous Designer or CLO3D. So before we continue, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also notification bell to get more tutorial from Timmy the Creator. So on my screen now, you can see that we have a beanie. Can you see this? So the next thing I'm going to do is to go to the UV editor. I'm coming to arrange some things. This is my UV editor. Okay, I think this is properly arranged. Okay, I can go with it. And that thing again is that you need to increase the particle distance you get of your beanie or of any of your headwear we are going to use. It could be a cap or a hat, anyone. So let me go back to my 2D pattern window, because there's a number of polygon you need. I think it should be less than 50,000 if I'm right, but there are some requirements before exporting your mesh from any software into Snapchat. So Snapchat Lens Studio, I mean. So I've selected all the patterns. So the next thing I'm going to do is to increase the particle distance to let's go to 10. Okay, and I'm going to simulate. So we have something like this. Okay, and I think that's fine. That's fine. Let's stop our simulation. Let's stop our simulation. So I'm going to use it like this, and let's check the thickness. Also, you can leave it at 5 and go to Blender to reduce the polygon count, so that you can get a better smooth movement on Lens Studio. So I think if you have something like this, we are good to go. And the next time is to delete this manicure. So I'm going to select it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to click on backspace to delete the manicure. So the next thing I'm going to do is to select all the pattern and then bring this cap down here. I'm coming, sorry. Let me select all the pattern again. I'm going to bring this down here, closer to, yeah, this is fine. We are good to go with this. And then we can now export it as FBX. File, export, FBX. I think FBX is the best for me because I've tried other, but I think FBX is okay for me. So I'm going to I'm just going to put it in my download and just save it as beanie. I think it has exported, if I'm right. Let me see. Yeah, I think it has. Okay, it has not. Sorry. Oh, I was rushing. So unified coordinate, and make sure your texture should be maybe 1024 or 512. I'll use 512 for this tutorial anyway. So I'm just going to, let me just use these two maps and tick yes and select OK. So now we are on Lens Studio. So you see some kind of pop-ups, but just click on default Lens Studio view. So you see something like this. This is how it's going to look like. So and we have options here of your view depending on what you are trying to track or the kind of lens you want to create. So we have a lot here. Yeah, double and so on like that. Not this one. I think I missed yeah, this. Okay, yeah, we're good to go. So this is what I'm going to do next. Because we are using headwear, which is the beanie, what you are going to bring in here should be something related to the head mesh. So what I'm going to do is to click on this, add a new object. Then I'm going to search for head, this head mesh, and click on head mesh. Do you get? So the kind of mesh you are bringing in should be related to the kind of object you want to track. Do you get? So if you are bringing a upper body, an upper body object, maybe something like a necklace you get necklace, or I don't know, something like something related to the neck, sha. You can bring in, there's upper body and there's full body. So we have the upper body here and we have the full body. Full body. So you just click on the full body mesh and bring it in. You get, and there's also the face mesh, but that's just by the way. I think later in the tutorial I will talk about more on those one. So let us just focus on the head mesh, since we are bringing in a cap inside or the beanie inside. So I'm just going to drag my beanie inside. So I want to open my Explorer and I'm going to drag this inside here, and I'm going to minimize this, or let me just select this icon here. You can see this and you see something like this pop up, and click on accept. Then it starts loading. So you can see the node beanie container supported. Don't worry, to still keep loading so until it's done. So we have this here. So when you see this here, just right click, okay, and where is unpack for editing. So we have that. So the next thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to click on this, the unpack for editing. So just click on this drop down and just drag this beanie inside. You can see this box. Just drag it inside this head binding. Yes, and we have something like this. I don't know why the texture is bad here. Maybe I should have taken it to Blender. But anyways, I can still always change the texture from Lens Studio to the one I want. But let's leave this here first. Let's focus on what we want to do. So we have something like this. So next thing I'm going to do is to scale this down. This is too much. So we can click on this. See what I did? I clicked on this one. When you click on this, you see your inspector. Under your inspector, you see scale here. So because I want to scale it at equal sides, uniform scale exactly, I have to click on this. Then it looks like a chain. And I'm going to change this to, let's start with like 0.5. Can you see this? 0.5, 0.2, 0.1. So we have something like this. I think we are closer. So for us to move this up, we need to, you can see these tools here. So just place your mouse on it and there should be one for move. See the one for move. Click on it and just move it up a bit. Can you see this? And take it to the back. Can you see? Just take it to the back. And this is it. You might ignore the air because there are some glitch in the lens, but as long as it fits the head, because anybody that wants to use a lens sometimes might not have that so much air as a lady, you get. So you can just leave it like this. But then again, we need to remove this mask, or else this mask will be showing in your lens when you upload it. So that's it. So what we are going to do next is this. There's what they call occlude. It makes it like transparent. So what I'm going to do here, this is your access browser. Click on this plus icon and search for occlude, OCCL, occluder, sorry. So just click on it. Then we have it, where is it? I think it should be here. This is the occluder here. Can you see this here? So what I'm going to do now is to go to this head binding mesh. Click on this head binding mesh, or head mesh, sorry, under the head binding. And then you go to the material one and you click on this, becomes transparent, and select OK. And you see. Now what did you notice again? You will notice that the eyes of the lady is black. Can you see this? The eyes of the lady is black. So we can also fix that, because depending on the position of the way you are looking at the art can change the color of your eyes. And the reason why the eyes is black is because of this cap. If I drag this cap up a bit, you will see the actual eye. But then again, there's another way you can fix that. So let me show what I'm saying now. So when I click on this and where's the cap? Yes. Yeah, the cap. Or let's click on the green one. I'm not clicking on this one. Click on, make sure you always click on this one box here. And when I drag this up a bit, come in. I see. But then again, I feel like this is what fits the, I'm okay with this. You get, I'm okay with this. Also, you can use your own camera to test the lens. You can use your own camera to test the lens. So I'm coming. So like I said, you can use your own camera to test your lens. That's if you have a webcam, and this is my own. So this is the webcam option here. I can see my head, you can see my headset here, but you can see my eyes. If I look closer, pay attention to it. If I look closer, my eyes are black. So I need to fix that option of when I bend my face, it doesn't look black. So when I look down, it looks white. It looks like my normal eye, but when I look up, it looks black. Sorry. So we have to fix that in these tutorial videos, and that's what I'm going to be explaining again. So let's do this. But to fix this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on this asset browser. You can go to the mesh. There are different kind of mesh here, you can see, but then I'm going to be using the plain mesh. So I'm going to search for plain, and I'm going to click on it. So we have the plain mesh here. I'm going to drag this and I'm going to place it inside the head binding option. You can see we have something like this. So the plain mesh is here. You can see, let me click on this plus this move icon here. So for my rotation, I use my right click. I pin down my right click. Same movement with CLO3D is the similar way you can also move around your view on Lens Studio. So after doing that, I'm going to see that the plane is selected. So I'm going to go to the scale. I'm going to click on this for uniform scale. I'm going to select like 14. So I've selected 14. You can see it here, and I'm going to bring this out. If you are distance away from an object, you can always press F to focus back. So let's say I'm far away from this and I click on this. You can press F to focus. Click on this, F to focus. Do you get? So that's just in case. So next I'm going to do is to rotate this. So I'm going to click on this icon and rotate it like this. I think we should have something like this. If you rotate it outward, you won't be able to see the front view. See, can you see? So you need to make sure you're rotating it at the right direction. So rotate it like this so that when you set the front view, you'll be able to see the plane, exactly what I'm saying. So this is it. So next I'm going to do, wait, let me make it straight a bit. Yeah. So I'm going to use the this icon, the move icon, to move it inside the mesh of the head of the mesh of the head. Yeah, I'm right. So I'm just going to zoom and just bring this up a bit. Yes, so we have something like this. Let me see. So you can see now my eyes are white. Can you see my eyes are white? Look at this view. Just pay attention to the views. My eyes are white, or the color of this mesh. So we're almost getting there. So next thing I need to do is to fix the side length. So I'm going to turn off the uniform scale, and I don't know, one of these should fix the side. I think this part, let me set this to 12 and let me see. Okay, I think this will fix it. Can I see my mouth too? It's white too. So it's very, very important, because you might open your mouth while talking and then everything is black or something like that. So we need to fix all those little error while doing this. So let me see if I drag this in up a bit. Okay, I think this is good. I can still go with this, though there are tiny edges showing the can see, I can see it from here, but there are tiny edges showing this, but this is okay. So the next one I'm going to use is the oculate. This same oculate we use for the edge mesh, so that we can make it look transparent or cover the edge mesh. So I'm going to select this plane, go to the image material and change this to oculator and select OK. So we have my eyes. You can see my eyes. I open it wide, no black. Look at my eyes. I bent it, I tilt it, no black. Can you see? Everything looks good. Everything looks good. So I might just want to, this head one, let me just bring it up a bit, because it looks like it's covering the ear. I don't know. Let me just bring it up a bit so you can see this. Let me just bring it up a bit. So this is fine. Yes, this is fine. Let me remove my headset so you can see this. So yeah, I'm back. So that's just it. So you might want to change the head mesh. Let me see the ribbon. Let me see this. So if this does not work, but then again, I can always go to asset library. Asset library, there are texture on asset library, so I'll just do that from here. So I'm going to click on my asset library and search for one texture. And I think I can use the knit fabric. If I'm fine with that, I can use the knit fabric. So NKNIT, and I'll just use the knit fabric and select imports. I think we should have it here. Okay, and then let me cancel this. Knit fabric is here. So this is the knit fabric. Can you see this? So and we have the texture. This is the icon for texture. So I can just click on this plane, sorry, this beanie, and change this to the knit. Yeah, this is the knit, and change to this knit fabric and select OK, and select this one too and change this one to knit too and select OK. So if you have something like this, you can see this. Then I'm going to click on the knit itself. So this is the knit fabric, and then we can now change the scale to, can you see, just drag it to the eyes, yes, and the UV angle straight ahead or something like this. Can you see this? So you have something like, and then if you want to change the color, we have something like this, and you can just change it to black. Can you see we have a black, or I don't know, green, any color you think that fits, and you have something like this, and select okay. Can you see? And then we have our art ready. So that's just it, and then we are good to go. Also, if you want to preview your lens on your phone, so because sometimes some result that looks good on my face, on my webcam, might not look good on my phone or your Snapchat lens, you can always come to preview lens. This is preview lens, so you can click on preview lens. It allows you to connect. When you click on preview lens, it will, I don't know, it will, there will be a barcode that pops up, and it will allow you to preview lens on your phone. You get, it allows, it will tell you to scan a barcode, and when you scan the barcode, the lens will pop up on your phone. My lens is connected to my phone, so that is why I can always preview lens here. So in my next tutorial, I'm going to explain how you can upload your lens on Snapchat, how you can upload your lens on Snapchat. So that's what I'm going to explain in my next tutorial. So thank you for watching this tutorial from Timmy the Creator. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get more tutorial from Timmy the